So, I grew up in Louisiana. I would say I didn't grow up in a very stable home. I would say that my parents did the best they could with what they had. There was a lot of chaos in my life at an early age. And honestly, I just didn't feel a lot of love in my childhood. The bottom line is, I made decisions when I got older that paved the way for where I was headed. If anyone's ever blacked out from drinking, anyone's ever lost control from using any kind of substance, when you wake up the next day and you don't know what you did, the feelings of anxiety, the feelings of overwhelming, impending doom, because you don't know what happened and what's gonna happen. In an environment like I was in, it was very dangerous for what I was doing. I was in Stillwater doing time. That was my third time in prison. I was a member of a gang. That kind of stuff told me that I was hopeless. To me, that tells me I'm gonna be coming back here for the rest of my life. Yep, first time I got arrested, I was 17 years old. From 18 to 27, I was in and out of institutions, prisons. Every time I'd gotten in trouble had to do with drugs or alcohol. I knew in my heart that I wasn't a bad person, but I just made a ton of bad decisions and a very bad criminal record. One of my turning points, this is what changed my life. Luckily, things just happened and moments of clarity and spiritual awakenings just hit me, and my heart started to talk to me and I started to listen to it. It gave me hope in there. And I started to not care what convicts think of me. I started to not care what anyone said, and I started to break codes that I'd never broke before. To do the right thing for a guy like me who's been doing the wrong thing his whole life, the way I looked at it is, if you weren't looking at me, I could get away with anything I wanted to. It wasn't about integrity. That's one of the things that program taught me in there. It taught me a lot about integrity, about doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And when I realized how important integrity was to my life and how important my word was to my family, and how absent I had been and how much of a slave I had been to addiction, I never thought in a million years I'd be sitting on my couch doing a video, or even owner of a CBD company. I was considered hopeless. Trust me, ask anyone that knew me. They will tell you there was no way in hell I was changing. I had already been into prison 3 times. I've told everybody so much crap that this is different, this time's different. I'm not gonna do this, I'm just gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. I always had it all figured out. It wasn't until I actually admitted to myself that, you know what, I did not know how to stay out of prison. I did not know how to stay off of drugs and alcohol. But that's when I see the purpose of my life coming through. I look at it as my Creator's hand in my life from that point, when I cried out in complete humility. When you come from what is considered the ground, the mud, right? When you come from the mud, the dirt of society, there's a drive that's in you that's immeasurable. Everything I do to full extreme. I did it with drugs, I did it with criminal behavior. Now I'm doing it with CBD and hemp. And I'm also doing it with my message. I used to fight for damn near anything, okay? If you disrespected me, I wanted to fight you. I disrespected myself for so many years. It really hurts me because of the way I lived and what I did, because I've been blessed with a new life. And when you're blessed with a new life and you come from the trenches, man, you just want to tell everybody about it, because there's hope. And when there's hope, there's lots of change.